It's related to my take, which I hope you just heard. Americans are holding a negative view on the state of race relations. According to a New York Times CBS poll, 57% say race relations in the United States are bad. I'm joined by best-selling author Ann Coulter. Ann, welcome back to the program. Very good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, I'm going to quote from CBS. Barack Obama's presidency has not united whites and blacks. You're laughing because it's not news to you, but that's from CBS. How about that?
Yes, well, this was covered in my book 2 books back, Mugged, Racial Demagoguery from the 70s to Obama, and my thesis, completely proved by recent events, was that for decades the left patronized blacks in America, oohed and awed over every little thing they did. That led to race riot after race riot and just a disaster for the black community, and that the best thing that ever happened to black Americans was the O.J. verdict, because white America was so shocked to see so many black people cheering a verdict that pretty much all white people thought was wrong, a guilty man was going free, that really ended white guilt in America. And that subway car just didn't open the turnstile anymore. And suddenly blacks stopped being oohed and awed over. They were treated like adults. Suddenly you had this flowering of genuine black intellectuals who were always there. We just never saw them on TV before. And it was a wonderful, really the best period of race relations, certainly in the last 50 years or so, from the O.J. verdict right up until around midway through the Obama administration. And then liberals realized, I don't really blame Obama so much, but I blame him a little bit, but liberals realized we've got to start the white guilt thing going again and gin up black people to vote for the first black president and vote for him again. And we're going to accuse Republicans of racism here and there and not hold blacks responsible for things like Ferguson and Baltimore. And that's what's led to the disaster we're living in now. We're right back into, David Dinkins' New York, except it's throughout the country.
Now, I don't know whether you had the chance to listen to what I just said. I just did an editorial, and essentially it was about race. And I'm saying, look, the great American middle is not a racist place at all. It's extraordinarily diverse and relatively harmonious. That's what I found as a guy with a multiracial family, and I think we fit right in. Now, where am I wrong? I mean, if race relations are getting much, much worse, where am I so wrong saying that the great American middle is harmonious?
Well, I think you are beginning to be wrong on that, Stuart, and though I'm glad to have you here, by and large, the what you described was absolutely 100% accurate from 1600 until 1970. But we really weren't bringing in races from all over the country. It was a pretty homogeneous country. It was biracial. It wasn't diverse. It was always about 80 to 90% white, 10 to 20% black. And we're having, enough trouble with that much diversity. Well, starting in the 70s, so that the Democrats could start winning elections, they were dumping the poorest of the poor, cultures that are vastly different from our own, on a lot of these middle-class communities. And it tends not to be people like you who will notice, because I bet you don't live in a particularly middle-class community, though I will make no judgment about your salary. It's the middle class that's bearing the cost of all this third-world immigration.
Yeah, but look, when you move into America, you come to America, you want your kids to do better than you. You want them to climb the food chain. And when they do get up there into the American middle class, it is a non-racist environment. That's my experience.
Of course, America is a very non-racist country.
Yeah, it is.
But we're getting racism in reverse. You would think, with everything that's gone on in Ferguson and Baltimore, again, we're back to David Dinkins' New York, you would think that a lot of the newcomers, the immigrants, would look around and say, why is it this one group of people are treated like children in America? Let's not do that. Let's not burn down buildings because of some phony story about hands up, don't shoot. But instead, oh gosh, an awful lot of our post-1970 immigrants seem to be saying is, we're black too. We're going to go around and charge white America with our grievances, and we have a list of them here. Look at that, the Muslim who shot up 5 American military servicemen last week. His yearbook quote, it was, My name, it was, what is it, Mohammed Sayed Abdul Ayez or whatever. My name causes national security alerts. What does your name cause? Oh, you know, screw you, Mohammed. You should be happy to be here.
Okay, Anne, we did hear that. Now then, did I just see a screen clip from you in a movie, Sharknado 3? Are you playing there you are. You're playing the Vice President of the United States, and Mark Cuban is the President. Is that, you're making a movie debut now?
Yes, I am, and I don't want to brag, but there are whispers of Oscars in the air.
That's right. Well, there you go. Is that a shark coming down the stairs in water there? I don't know. Yes, it must be Sharknado 3. Okay. Well, Anne, good luck with your...
It's not a bear attack, Stuart.
I love your books. I'm not sure I'm going to watch the movie, but I do like the books, okay? You're off on a roll.
Thank you, Stuart.
Ann Coulter, thanks a lot.